Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do the leap year book tag. Yes, I know the leap year actual day was in February, but I missed it. I've been tagged in this tag since February, and I'm finally getting to it for Hilary. So, for those of you that don't know, the leap year book tag was created by Hilary from Melted Books and Amy Myers from the Nonfiction Feminist. This is an original tag that they created together, and this was actually one of Hilary's booktube goals of the year, was to create an original tag, so props to her for doing that because that is super awesome. I'm really excited to do this tag. I looked over all the questions and they seem really fun, and so now I'm going to do it with my shelves that are slowly emptying. I'm sitting on the floor right now because this is the only kind of area that had the most books that I could put in the background. Also, one of the prompts calls for using your shelves, so I needed to go with a shelf that actually had books on it. So yeah, let's just jump right into the tag. Number one is an extra day. What is a book that you found brought something a little bit extra? For me, that would be The Cruel Prince. I've talked about this quite a bit, but this book it surprised me in so many good ways. And as I was reading it, I was really frustrated at first because I thought the character was being kind of a dumbass. I still had frustrations throughout the book, but there was so much brought into it that I was not expecting, and that gave it that little extra bit for me. And yeah, like it ended up being a book that I really, really enjoyed. So I think that would be a perfect example for that question. All these books I'll be showing you most likely with a picture format because our books are like packed up now. So yeah, you'll see them that way. Number two is taking a big leap. What is one book that you are or were afraid to read? I actually have two for this answer, and both of them came from my friend Jordan. He gave these to me as gifts. So one of them is Battle Royale. It's an over 600 page book. It's similar to the Hunger Games, except, well, actually, I'm pretty sure the Hunger Games was inspired by this book, so it was there first. But yeah, it's like a bunch of Japanese school children that are put on an island and they have to fight to the death. So that book, like, it sounds really interesting and I want to read it really bad, but it's also a giant book that I'm scared to read it because then I'm not going to be able to read many other books in whatever month I do choose to read it. The other one is also from Jordan, and this was called Superpowers, and this is just a beast of a book. Like, I think it's between 700 or 800 pages. It's also gigantic, and it's about superheroes, so like I know I'm going to like it when I read it. I'm just scared because it's giant. So these big books are very intimidating to me. Number three is Every 4 Years, and this is what is the fourth book you read this year? That would have been Tell Me Why by Ruth O'Neill, which I'll show here. If any of you guys have been watching my videos, you know how I felt about this book. It was just like a in-the-middle book for me. I classified it as an introduction to thrillers because it is labeled as a thriller. It's not exactly as scary as I would say a thriller should be, and that's why I would say that it's an introduction into the genre. There was nothing bad. Like, I liked the book. It was just one of those books that fell in the middle level for me. So this one's 366 days in the year, and this is to look at your third shelf, your sixth book, and then your sixth book after that. So this is my third shelf up here. So the sixth book is this one, A World Without You. I don't know what this book is about. It still has this like sticker on it from when I bought it off the discount rack, but I thought that it looked like a really cool cover, and this is honestly a cover by. We can check. Oh, nothing on the back. What if finding her means losing himself? Sounds like a contemporary. The sixth book after that, I need to switch over, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is Eternal, which is a middle book in a series, so I can't really go into that, and I can't tell you what the first book is about because I haven't read it. I also just noticed Battle Royale is on this shelf. So this is Battle Royale, the giant book. It is 650 pages, so yeah. But isn't that cover awesome? I'm super excited to get to this book when I do, because I think it's going to be amazing. I just need to decide 1 month, and maybe 1 month I'll read both the big books. So I'll do this one, and I'll also do superpowers in the same month. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Number 5 is leaping ahead. So I'm supposed to name 4 books that I want to read before the next leap year. So this is pretty easy for me. I want to read Starsight because if any of you guys have watched my videos, you've seen how excited I am about Skyward. So I really want to get to Starsight within the next 4 years. I also really want to read Queen of Nothing, which is last book of the Cruel Prince series, because you've seen how much I love those books as well. Then I want to read Firefight, which is the second book to the Steelheart series, because I really enjoyed that first book and I just haven't gotten back to the series yet. And Marcus tells me that Firefight is even better, so I really want to pick that one up. And then the last one would be The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, I think it's called, which is the prequel novel to the Hunger Games series, and it's coming out soon, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I want to get to that one. I was actually like thinking about rereading the Hunger Games, but then I feel bad because I know that I have so many books on my TBR that I would be neglecting if I did the reread. But I just love that series so much. I don't know. But I really do, like, I'm going to read the prequel no matter what. I just want to get back into that world. I miss it. I miss it so much. Marcus just made a smoothie before this video and gave me some, and it is amazing. Number 6 is Leapfrog, and that is to name a book on your TBR that has green in it. For this one, we had a sudden appearance of Uno. Oh, are you purring? Oh, he just like settles right in. He's probably gonna start attacking my sweater soon because he likes these things. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm busy. Bye. So for this one, I would choose Vanishing Hour by Lisa King. She's an author I'm actually working with right now, and I'm actually going to be doing a buddy read of this book with some other booktubers and people on Twitter. So if you guys want to join in on this buddy read, I can put the Amazon link for her book in the description down below. And then just let me know in the comments if you want to join in on this buddy read, and I'll add you to our buddy read group chat that we have going in preparation for doing this buddy read. Essentially, this book is a post-apocalyptic story about a man and a young girl who cross paths and kind of team up and work together to get to their goals that they each have. Those goals aren't known yet, but you will find out as you read the book. And yeah, it sounds pretty interesting to me. I think it'll be a good book. Also, she's a Canadian author, so that's a plus. She's actually from London, Ontario, and I'm always down to support a fellow Canadian author. I think that's so cool. And number 7 is Bad Luck, and this is what bookish things do you try and steer clear from? So if you watched my last video, I said booktube drama, and that is still applicable. I try and steer clear of booktube drama and just avoid it altogether. I also try not to fight with authors because I know that some authors can get a force behind them and then start going on people on Twitter. So I guess it's also Twitter drama again, but some of those authors are very intense, and I just don't want to fight with authors. I'll just read the books and leave my opinions on Goodreads, but I am not going to fight with you. Nope, not happening. And that's it for the tag. I don't know who's already done this because I'm getting to it like very far after I've been tagged in it. So I'm not going to tag anybody, but if you want to do this tag, then I will put all the information in the description so that you guys can do the tag as well. All the questions will be down there. And yeah, like honestly, go for it. I think you should do it because this is Hilary's creation and she's super proud of it, and I'm super proud of her for creating this, and I think it would be awesome if you supported her by doing this tag. I also wanted to give a shout out to an author friend of mine, David Reese. He put out a YouTube channel that he created, and his channel is David H. Reese -author. I'll put his channel in the description down below as well. You should definitely go check him out. I wanted to give a shout out to him because he sent me some amazing hardcover editions of his books that he had already sent me before when I was reading his book Fid's Crusade, and I organized a book tour for it. And I have a clip that I'm going to show you guys of me talking about those books, so here it is. Any of you guys watched my last video, I had a giant book haul, and I actually had missed 3 books from that book haul that I didn't show, so I'm going to show them right now. As many of you know, I read a book called Fid's Crusade, and I hosted a book tour for it a while back. the author, David Rees, actually got those book covers redone and printed in hardcover. And he sent those books to me, so now I have them. So I'm going to show you guys the new covers. So I'll show you the original covers first, and I'll show you the first one here. I don't have the physical copy because I actually lent it to a friend to read, but I have the sequels. So the first one, as you can see, I just put it up, and then I also have the second one, which is Behind Distant Stars, and the third one, which is Starfall. So these are the original covers. And now I'll show you the remade covers. So this is the first one for Fid's Crusade, and it is like really cool because I read the book, so like I remember reading about this action scene, and so now I get to see it on the cover. I think this is really well done, and I love the font style change up at the top. As you can see from the original ones, it was just like a gradient, and now it's a lot more like 3D looking. But yeah, I just really like the action sequence on this one. And then we have the second book, where I don't know what's happening in the second book yet. I haven't read the second or third book. Those are coming up on my TBR. They're on my giant TBR that I have, so eventually I will get to them. But from this cover, I'm excited. It looks really cool. There's a flaming skeleton man in the background, so something's gonna happen. And then the third one is him on a giant pile of, I don't know if they're bodies or people passed out. To me, it looks like bodies. And they have like superhero masks on. So I don't know, like that cover for a final book looks very intense. I'm excited because I know that there's a lot more battles going to be upcoming in the new books. And he looks like he's going through some personal struggles here. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of character growth and development. And I'm really looking forward to finishing the rest of this series. And I wanted to say thank you so much, David, for sending me these books because it honestly means the world to me. I also love that he put the numbers of the books on the spine because I can't tell you how many times I've had books on the shelf that I don't know. Well, like I know what order they've been in because I've read them, but it's just nice to have the numbers so that it's a lot easier to organize on your shelf. And so thank you, David, for putting those numbers there. All you big authors out there, put numbers on your books if you have giant series. Like, come on, help us out here, okay? And that's it for this tag video. If you want to support me in my creation of BookTube videos, go check out my Patreon. It's in the description down below as well. I put videos out every Monday and Thursday, and you guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can know when I post videos right away. And until next time, keep on reading.